All right, good afternoon, everyone. I hope that you are feeling well and happy in your respective offices and your homes. But before that, please let us apply our Lasallian netiquette, virtual netiquette number one. I am encouraging everybody to please turn on your cameras. You can also see your faces. Yes, everyone. I am encouraging everybody to please turn on your cameras. Thank you, Sir Marjan, Miss Mia, Sir Alan, Miss Jumela, Sir Levy, and a lot more. Thank you so much for turning on your camera. It's all right, Miss Young. So um, before we start, let me check how you are feeling at this moment. So I prepared here a very short activity that would tell me or determine the feeling that you are feeling right now. So I will be launching a poll. All you need to do is to choose your answer there. For a while, I will be launching now the poll. All right. So I want you to choose what zone are you in right now. Are you in the blue zone? Are you slouching there like that? Or are you in the yellow zone wherein you are feeling discomfort? Or are you in the red zone wherein you are frowning there even if the session hasn't started yet? Or are you in the green zone wherein you are sitting properly and you are very ready to learn? All right, kindly choose now your zone. All right, I can see responses already. There are four votes. Votes for green zone. All right, it's all right for those who cannot access the poll. You may input your answer in our in-call messages. All right. Some of you answered yellow, blue, and most of you answered green zone. Wow, that's a good way. That's a good start. I guess most of you are very ready to learn and listen to our session this afternoon. But for those who are in the blue and yellow zone, I hope that along the duration of our session, you will be with us. We will be in the same boat, which is to be in the green zone. All right. So since I already determined how you're feeling at this moment, I prepared here and a very short activity still. All you need to do this is we'll be using a Slido. All right. So we'll be using a digital app, but before that, all you need to do is to open a new tab. You may enter slido.com in your search bar and then input there the code given in your screen right now. And if you are already in the Slido, kindly comment in our in-call messages, I'm in. Again, if you are already in the Slido, kindly comment in our in-call messages, I'm in. All right? I don't see any responses yet. I'll be waiting for you to be in our Slido. All right, thank you so much, Miss Jamala. How about the other? We'll be waiting for your responses. All right, thank you so much. There are how many? Five who are already in our Slido. How about the others? There are 28 participants. All right. Thank you so much for your immediate responses, everyone. I guess we can now start. So the following slides, the next slides, will be talking about, I will be presenting some of the statements, and all you need to do is to choose an option there wherein you would tell us how frequent you are or how frequent are you doing the statement in your respective classes. So let us start with our first statement. All right, our first statement is I provide timely feedback. Can you answer? You can choose now your answer. Is it always, often, sometimes, rarely, or never? All right, I can see that there are 67% of, all right, same percentage for always and often. Okay, there is changes. There are changes with the percentage. All right. Wow, it's good to see that most of you are providing timely feedback to our students. That's a good start. Good to see that. And let us proceed to our second statement. Are you establishing group goals? This means that are you giving them instructions before collaborative activities? Do your students know what are expected of them when they are in your breakout room? All right, let us wait for the responses of the others. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for answering our question. It clearly shows that most of you or most of us are establishing group goals, which is this is very important. All right, let us proceed to our third statement. Do you value intellectual divergence? Do you value diversity of your students? Always. Yes, this is really a need for us, especially valuing our students in terms of their traits, in terms of their races, in terms of their traits and characteristics. And some of the participants answered sometimes. All right, thank you so much. How about our next question or next statement? I ask powerful questions to reflect on deeper level. Wow. All right. Okay. Thank you so much for your responses. It clearly shows that um we are playing our role as a teacher. I am very happy that no one answers never. It's very complicated if someone answered never here. So thank you so much for answering always, often, or sometime. And we have here our last statement. Do you give examples that relate to their personal experiences? Yes, you may choose your answer there. All right. Always. And there are 20% of the participants answered often. All right. So if you are wondering what are those statements, the statements I presented earlier are just some of the tips or the things that we need to consider if we want our learners to be engaged in the teaching learning process or more to be or to build a learner-centered classroom or learner-centered environment. That is our main goal, to let our students be engaged in the teaching learning process. So this afternoon, I will be talking or will be talking about the pedagogy in teaching and or approaches in a learner-centered classroom. By the way, I am Miss Jessa Branzuela. I am the coordinator of the TVLE department. And I hope that along the duration of the time, we could have a very short takeaway at the end of our session because you will be presenting as well. It is not only my time to share, but also yours. All right, let us proceed. We have here our objectives for this afternoon session. May I request Sir Alan to please read our objectives for this afternoon?
At the end of this session, participants will be able to demonstrate the use of the pedagogy in teaching and or approaches in a learner-centered classroom. Second, relearn the pedagogies of teaching and the various approaches of a learner-centered classroom. And the last objective is create avenues for collaboration in order to improve teaching learning experiences.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Allen, for reading our objectives for this afternoon. I want you to be reminded of these objectives because at the end of this lesson, we will be achieving or attaining them at the end of our session. And this is the outline of my presentation for this afternoon. We will be talking about three areas. Will be talking about the tips that will let you know or learn much more of your students. We also have collaboration tips under collaborative activities. And lastly, we will also know what are some tips that would help you to integrate value effectively. All right. Since we are talking about pedagogy and teaching to make a learner-centered classroom, let me ask you this question. What can you associate with the word pedagogy? Since I know that you have heard this already a lot of times. So I want you to write in the info messages a word that you can associate with the word pedagogy. I will be giving you 15 seconds to do that. Just one word that is related to the word pedagogy. All right, we have an answer here coming from Sir Mars. Strategy, method. I can see that there are two words, strategy and methods, practices, techniques. All right, thank you so much, teachers, for sharing your answers. All of your answers are all connected to the word pedagogy. But according to Yadav, pedagogy defines the methods adopted adapted for conducting teaching learning sessions that would help the fulfillment of our objective. Since teachers, we are giving our students objectives, so the pedagogy will serve as our bridge for communication towards or between the teacher and the students. As what I am telling you, um, there are two entities in the teaching learning process, the teacher as well as your students. It is not the only thing that the teacher would directly provide everything without eliciting responses from your students. That is making our classroom a learner-centered one. All right. Now, we have here our first area, the getting to know. When do we usually conduct this activity or employ this activity? Can I ask Sir Levy to please answer our question? Yes, Sir Levy. Yes, Sir Levy. Can you unmute your microphone, Sir Levy?
Come again, miss, nawala na ko nakuan. Nakakuha ang
When
imong
do we usually conduct activities in getting to know our students, sir?
Okay, okay. Thank you, miss. So thank you for that question again, miss. So we usually conduct getting to know activity during the first meeting of the class.
Wow, impressive. Very good, Sir Levy. Same with Miss Jean at the very beginning or start of our classes. So that is the time where we usually conduct getting to know activities. But do you think that the 40-minute or 35-minute duration of getting to know is enough for us to know the deeper version of our students? Is it a yes or a no?
No,
Yes, to answer that one. Who
Miss
is that?
Yong. Si Miss Yong, yun ako
Wow, yes.
nag-answer
Yes, Miss Young. Can you share to us why did you answer no, Miss Young?
with the span with many minutes, 30 minutes, Miss Jessa, no?
Yes,
Knowing,
Miss.
getting
35 to 40 minutes.
minutes. It's not enough to know our students, thinking that they have different intelligences. So, at first, siguro, you will know lang objectively about their basic, their names, but deeper into their experiences and their, I think it's not enough.
All right, that's very excellent, Miss Young. Very good. Actually, the 35 to 40 minute will not are is not enough for us to know the deeper version of our students. Since you answered no, what are some of the activities or aspects that would tell us or that would help us to know our students along the process? Are there any instance or aspects that we would be able to know some of the characteristics of our students, especially in the online class? May I ask Sir Allen to please answer our question?
Based on the experience, Miss, we will be able to know them deeper on the quality of the answers they provided, especially if we are asking reflective questions. And also the way they behave in our TOA class. Are they consistently present during the conduct of TOA? And how how truthful they are in terms of their answers, that is really original and not being copied from the internet.
All right. Wow, that's excellent, Sir Alan. Thank you so much. Actually, since if we will compare the online setup as well as the normal classroom, the thing that we can use to observe or to know our students is just simply reading the inbox, wherein before are they using greetings before telling us their concerns? Or in terms of their capabilities, you can also know in terms of their submission. You can also determine there as to what aspect are they good at. So, all right, so much for the getting to know. I will be sharing to you some of the tips that would help you to know more of your students. First one is we have schedule time to interact with students. In this part, you need to build in some type of synchronous interaction. It could be through via phone call or video chat. And good thing that we have this, what do you call this? We have a, what do you call that? Consultation time. So we have that one to help or to extend our time in hearing the voices of our students, especially those who have or who are encountering difficulties in your classes. And it clearly shows as well that extending our time to talk to our students reduces the feelings of isolation, where in fact that especially during this pandemic, they are usually staying at home and their parents are working, so they have no choice but to stay at home and attend the TOA. And as a teacher, we will be playing our part. We need to connect to them. We need to interact with them. That is our first tip. Next, we have provide timely feedback. Why do you think? Why is feedback a powerful means to help learners improve? Yes, sir, Margin. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. Um, it is essential for us to provide a timely feedback because learners, when we give activities for them and then we don't give them a timely feedback, we do it maybe by the end of the quarter or what, the expected problems or solutions for the situation may not be realized, may not be recognized also because we weren't able to do the feedback. So the timely feedback was really essential for us to monitor, to see as to which can we touch the live figure or the we can give solutions to the struggles that our students may currently currently facing.
All right, thank you so much for Marjan. That was well explained. Especially, this is very an important role for us teachers, especially providing feedback to our students. Just like if they submit their activities, giving praises would really mean a lot to them. Just like, for example, giving very good, you are there, you are doing a great job. Um, that would really help them to boost their confidence and to be engaged more in your discussion. All right, let us proceed to our third statement. Check that students are engaged. By the way, in this tip, we really need the help of the parents of our students, especially that um, one way of one way of knowing the engagement or the progress of our students is through the parents. That is why most of us here are doing phone calls to ask Mom, how is your margin in my class? Or sir, margin is doing great in my class, mom. Just like that, just like that. Statement like that would really help the learners to be engaged as well and be motivated in your TOWA. So that is why we really need to build rapport as well to the parents of the students, since they serve as the our immediate connection towards our students. All right, let us proceed to develop a system of support. What do you think is the meaning of our fourth tip? May I ask her, Joed, to please share your idea?
Developing system of supports. For me, in my classes before, during the face-to-face classes before the pandemic hits, is I do I do caring of my students, most especially when I was on my first year of teaching. This student is responsible to this student, and this student is responsible to the other. So they have to monitor their pair. And during the pandemic, I'm no longer doing the pairing classes, but I don't have much classes in the first semester. But in the first semester is I have a clustering wherein I took the students at the five. This student is responsible for taking care of the other four and vice versa. So it's a way to support them in such a way that they finish their requirements on time, and in some cases I even use them to critique the work of the other group. So to critique the work of the other groupmates. So there's an intercommunication if this group critiques the work of the other group. So they are developing support in through critiquing, and at the same time they are they are able to provide judgment, proper judgment to a certain group and manage it.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Joel, for sharing your experience. Actually, the fourth tip just simply means that letting our students feel that we are here. We are here to listen to them. We are here to give praises to them. Just like, who knows, the statement like this, how are you? If you send a message asking them, how are you? Would mean a lot to them, especially who knows no that they might open up or speak up. So that is why we really need to develop or to let our students feel na even with the chaos that we are in right now, the challenges, we are here teachers to help our students. Next will be our last tip: address issues of access and equity. So this means that the fact that our students do not have equal access to internet, or some students don't have technology, and the thing that you can actually do is to support them. Actually, these tips are all connected with each other, especially um, what I learned this pandemic was to be more compassionate than to be more idealistic, because it's good. I am not saying that it's not good to be idealistic, but the pandemic really strikes us hard, and it uh, it encourages us to build our understanding, our patience, especially towards our students, because we cannot force our students to turn on their cameras, because we don't know as well what are they experiencing on their end. Maybe they are working while listening to us. So those are just some of instances that we really need to understand. Especially we don't know their experiences. So that is why it's really important to put our shoe in their shoe or in their situation. All right, let us proceed. And by the way, these are just some of the apps that you can actually use in getting to know your students. And I know that most of you or almost of you are very familiar now with all of these apps because these apps were introduced last time during our inset. So these are just some of the apps that you can actually use in getting to know more of your students. And please remember that learning the qualities or knowing our students is a continuous process. We will not stop there, just like knowing their name would really not be enough. Understanding their deeper version of themselves is enough. All right, so let us proceed to our second area. All right, we have our second area, the collaboration. May I ask who are our other participants here? May I ask Miss Mia, how do you usually conduct collaborative activities in your class, Miss?
Hello, Miss. Good
Yes, good
afternoon.
afternoon, Miss.
I usually conduct collaboration in my class, Miss. Um, I'm especially in Miss, in PT making. It is in collaboration with the other subjects, Miss. Like the mid size of the students in terms of a group. Oo, dayon the activities also, Miss. Oh, I think that's it, Miss. Pero in PE Manggod it is very like difficult for us to collaborate, Miss, especially if dili jud just swak, Miss, ang standard sa other subject. So that's it, Miss. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for sharing, Miss Pia. How about let us call the people in the higher ed? How about Sir Kevin? Sir Kevin, are you there, Sir Kevin? All right, I guess Sir Kevin is not listening. What happened? So let us proceed to how what's that? For what? All right, it's all right, Sir Kevin. You can actually input or type your answer in our chat box. I understand that is our role to understand our students. So I am applying that now here. So it's all right, Sir Kevin. Let us call another one to share, Sir Michael. Sir Michael Pagara. How do you actually conduct collaborative activities in your class, Sir Michael?
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Good
Uh,
afternoon, sir.
good afternoon. Sorry.
Yes,
I it comes to collaboration, especially for courses which is through Canva. There are uh, mga kuan dito sa group share yan. So in which they will have assignment doing it's very accessible uh, with with the thank you.
all right. I guess Sir Michael has unstable internet connection, but thank you, Sir Michael, for sharing. So actually, our applying or employing collaborative activities, we can make use of one of the features of our Google Meet, which is the breakout room. So that is one way of using or applying collaborative activities in our respective classes. So this time, I will be sharing to you some of the tips for collaborative activities. First one is we have establishing group goals. Actually, this is one of the statements that I presented earlier. So in this part, or in this tip, it is really important to, before assigning your students in the breakout room, you need to be sure that all of the directions, all of the instruction, the mechanics are all clear to them. Why do you think we need to establish group goals before letting our students in their respective breakout room? May I ask Sir Don Alon Santa Rita? Yes, Sir Don? Is Sir Don around? All right, let us call
Hello,
another.
good
All
afternoon, Miss
right.
Jessa. Good afternoon,
Yes, sir.
everybody.
Good afternoon.
Okay, for the first tip for collaboration, establish group goals, meaning you're asking for the meaning or my ideas about this one, Miss Na?
Why do you think that we need to give clear mechanics or directions before letting our students be in their breakout room?
Okay, Miss. We need to have or to give clear instructions or directions about their goals so that also they have this good output with that certain activity. First and foremost, before giving not just in activities but also in lesson, we will give them an objectives or things that they need to achieve. So that is why we need to, as teacher, we need to give clear directions or instructions, Miss. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Don. Actually, giving clear mechanics or directions before assigning them to their breakout room will really save time. So if you provided them clear goals or the stars that they need to achieve at the end of the session, it will really help them to save time, especially na they will not ask what is it again, miss. So we really encountered that a lot of times unsa ganito, miss. So di ba, so in order to avoid that one, we need to give group goals, specific group goals. All right, let us proceed to our second tip. Keep groups mid-size. So this is our second this is our second tip. So why do you think that we need to consider the number of members in a team? Let me ask my co-teacher from my department. Let us have Miss Jehan. Yes, Miss? Hello, Miss Jehan. Are you still there? All right. I guess Miss Jehan is not around. Let me ask from the city department, Miss Angelica Gumiter. Yes, kindly share to us your idea as to why do we need to consider the numbers of members in our team when grouping students. Yes, why is no one answering? All right, let me ask Mom Glenna to share to us um, her idea of grouping or considering the group size of the students. Yes, Mom Glenna? You are muted, Mom. All right, that is noted. Miss Angelica, thank you so much. I guess Mom Glenna is also doing another task. Wait, my mic again. Okay, let me get back to you, Mom Doc Glenna. Sir Allen, yes, sir.
Um, we need to keep our groups mid-size, Miss, to ensure that everyone is really involved and engaged in the activities that we provided. Kumbaga, Miss, lahat sila may ambag.
Yes, wow, that's really the term to give or teaching our students accountability, wherein they have their specific role. And we have here the answer of
Hi.
Mom. Ah, yes,
Hi.
your
Yeah,
mic is
I'm
working now,
here now.
Mom.
Okay.
Yes, Mom.
Thank you, Miss Jessa. Bigabaan ko ni Joed. Anyway, keep groups mid-size. Okay. Um, you have to group the students. Not that very big number of members in the group because some students would not be working on the task that the teacher is giving because of the size. No, so we have to limit the size of our members of the for each group. Ideal would be 5 to 6 members only in a group, so that everyone should do the task
All
that
right.
is given by the teacher.
All
Thank you, Miss
right.
Jessie.
Thank you, Mom Glenna, for the meaningful sharing. So actually, if we group our students, we need to consider as well the numbers of members in a specific team, especially if you will make a very small kaning groupings that would discourage nga there will be diverse answers, but if you also have too large of group members, there is a free flowing of activities of responses wherein not all of the members have their specific role. So same with Mom Glana, 4 to 6 members of groups is ideal. All right, let us proceed to our third tip. That's all right, Miss Jehan. I understand. That is beyond of our control. Dili po na to pwede pa ilumon. All right. So thank you so much, Miss Jehan. All right. Let us have our third one. Build trust and promote communication. So in every collaborative activities, by the way, this does not only apply to the students, but of course to us teachers. We really need to be open to the point of views of others. And by the way, let us also, all right, let us also read the answer of Miss Jean so that everyone has an opportunity to take part. Yes, that is correct, Miss Jean. I totally agree. So in our third tip, so we really need to build communication, open communication. So this would really mean or sum up that communication is really a key. So for the group to work, you need to understand or accept the point of view of your team members. And this is also really important in the part of the students. We are teaching them how to socialize or how to interact with their other classmates. All right, let us have the fourth one. Use real world problems. What does this mean? May I ask Mom Ray to give us her idea of our fourth tip? Mom Ray, are you there?
Yes, good afternoon to
Yes, good afternoon,
everyone.
ma'am.
In collaboration, I think it's very important to use real world problems so they could significantly share their knowledge based on their experience as well. And they could also share different thoughts or decisions as on how to solve this problem, not only in this problem, in this solution, but the other way around. Some of them will share other decisions, or some of them they could have an open communication with that. So I think that's it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mom Ray. Actually, rather than making or constructing artificial situation, why not make use of the real world problems? Those problems that are really present in our society. So the more that our students, the more that the problems are contextualized, the more that our students would be engaged and would relate to our topics or our lesson. Yes, Sir Don, definitely. So we should use real world problems so that students can relate and connect with it. All right. So this is something that we also need to do as teachers, letting our students be in the real world situation. All right, let us proceed to our last tip in the collaborative activities. Value intellectual divergence. All right. As what we know, we have the multiple intelligences. We have the different learning styles. So as a teacher, we really need to value their uniqueness because as what Brother JJ have shared earlier that no two students are alike. So we really have kaning unique talents. So that is why, since our students are unique, so we really need to handle that, and we really need to share that as well to our students. That maybe there are some instances that the students would not understand the point of view because of because of the upbringing of the child. So there are instances like that. So as a teacher, we really need to empower accepting divergence. It could be among the teachers or our students. So we need to be open. We will not be practicing racism because every one of us is unique. All right, let us proceed to our third. By the way, these are just some of the apps that you can actually use in collaborative activities. I know that most of you are familiar now with this. Actually, these are just some of the apps that you can actually make use simultaneously. Actually, I can also add Canva to this because you can actually make use Canva as one of the collaborative digital app in designing your lesson. All right. And by the way, please remember that the apps that I am presenting in each respective area does not mean that you are only going to use that one in collaborative activities. Actually, these apps that I am presenting you right now can also be used in the first area, which is getting to know your students. Actually, there are millions of digital apps that you can actually make use in your lessons. So we really just need to discover them. All right, let us proceed to the last area, which is the reflection. This is very essential. This is an essential part of our lesson, especially this is the time wherein we usually let our students share what they are feeling. So this is more on integrating value. So that is somehow affecting or touching their affective domain or their hearts in total. All right, so let us have our first tip. Ask powerful questions to reflect on a deeper level. Now, I have a question in this tip. Was there an instance of your life wherein you've heard a striking line or a striking question from it could be from your teacher in the elementary or high school or even in college that until now you can still remember it? And continuously, it has still influenced you as a person. I will be giving you 30 seconds to think or go back to your experiences. So I will be asking random participants or teachers to share to us their experiences before. Again, was there an instance in your life wherein your teacher left, what do you call this, a striking line or a striking question that until now, imo siyang ginadala gihapon? I guess we have that types of teachers before. And I guess Sir Alan is really thinking. All right. Okay. So I guess we can now start. So may I ask, um, who would like to share? If you want to answer, if you want to share, there is a raise hand button. Libre lang ang raise hand button. So you may click that one if you want to share. I guess, so let us start with Sir Don. Yes, Sir Don.
Miss, I'm still thinking. Miss,
You're still thinking. It's all right. I'll get back to you, Sir Don. Okay, since Sir
there are
Alan is smiling, so let us. Uh,
many powerful
for a while, Sir Don. I'll get back to you since I cannot hear you properly because of your internet connection. So after Sir Alan, we'll be hearing we'll be hearing your sharing. Yes, Sir Alan.
Miss Jessa, this is not about the questions raised by my teachers or nor by my students, but more on the personal question that I keep on asking myself whenever I do reflection. Um, the question is, what's next? So
Oh,
that is really my question. So what's next?
wow.
This question would remind me that something would remind me that I have done something, that I achieved something, and that it reminds me to move forward because it would help me plan. It would help me design. Saan siya? It would make me plan and make plans on what to do next because I keep on challenging myself with, hey Allen, what's next? Okay, you've done this, what's next? So that is also one way for me to remind that I am also productive since I've done something.
Wow, that's very touching, Sir Alan. Actually, your question, let me pause for a while. I am also asking myself that question. We don't know what's really next. So, I get thank you for that, Sir Alan. Who would love to share their experiences? I guess Sir Don is encountering internet problems, so maybe we can ask another one to share.
Oh, pinako.
Um, ay, you're okay na. Yes, Sir Don.
Yes, miss. Same with Sir Allen, miss. It's not a kuan, miss, but a statement because it's not it. It's not in a form of question, man, God. So, um, you are not for teaching. I'm still siguro. The moment you ask the question, miss, what lines that you can still remember that ginadala-dala gihapon siya, but I think for me kuan kato miss, you are not for teaching but I'm here with you.
Yes,
I'm here in
yes.
LaSalle teaching. I That's why I strive hard. I what's this, I strive hard. I do a lot of things to practice to be a good teacher. So that's why, yes, miss, that's why I'm here in LaSalle teaching. Yes,
All
miss,
right.
more
Thank you
to
so
miss
much,
Ivy.
Sir Don. Let me say this to you. You are on the right track, Sir
Yeah.
Don. Actually, imo lang gi-prove nga wrong sila because you are here with us. You are teaching and you are touching some lives of certain students. Thank you so much for that, Sir Don. Okay, let us proceed. So personally, I also have a striking line where until now I can still remember it. Some of One of my instructor sa college told me that this quotation somewhat like worrying is thinking is something somehow thinking that there is an absence of God, something like that. Nga, if you worry, it is the same. Nga, there is an absence of God. So that only means na it's okay to worry because you have a big support, which is our God. So all of the things that you can actually, or you are, aning, encountering difficulties, challenges, all of those will be solved if you will keep on praying. So kana siya. So I hope that this session would somehow help us to reflect. So next would be, since we are running of time, because at the end of this session, you will be presenting as well. So let me be fast. So the next tip that you can actually use for reflection is you may employ video, song, and poem analysis. I have done this already, making use of a video in presenting or asking my students. Same with last year, I was able to make use of a movie about cunning in the cookery field, wherein I also ask my students to, what you call this, to I have given them guide questions that would somehow help them to reflect. Next, we have choose values to integrate from our Lasallian guiding principles. So, values that would really help our students to be prepared, especially they are the future. I'm sorry, they are the future of our society. So, um, integrating values that would somehow what do you call this, somehow help them to be empowered. So those are the value that you really need to employ or integrate in your classes. All right, next we have give examples that relate to their personal experiences. This is just the same with the tip that I presented to you earlier, wherein you need to make use of real world problems. As what I have told you, that the more the students nga makarelate, the more that they are able or they are motivated to learn. And they are engaged as well. And lastly, we have promote sense of empowerment and inner fulfillment. This is really our goal as teachers, especially when you can see na a student, one of your students before achieve their dreams nga la estudyante pa na ko ni before, but look at her now, she is conducting the seminar, she is conducting the training. So it really gives us a nice feeling, especially if we personally know that student na they are very eager, and their eagerness leads them to be on the right track or to achieve the stars of their lives. All right, so those are the tips for reflection. And we have here some of the apps that we could actually use in reflection. Peer Deck, you can use this as add-on sa Google Slides. Mentimeter is the same with the Slido, and I'm sure and I know that most of you are familiar now with this. All right, because the EDMSP last time introduced this apps to us. All right, and this is, I guess, this is, I'm sorry, I guess this is your time to shine. So it's, I am done with my part, and I will be listening to your and showing your talent this moment. So because you will be acting. All right, let us, yes, you will be acting. So our activity for this afternoon is demonstration. So, may I ask, um, who is, oh, I'm gonna ask for a while. Sir Marjon na lang. Yes, Sir Marjon, to please read the mechanics of our activity this afternoon.
Here's the mechanics for the activity. First, through a role play, demonstrate at least one of the tips presented in the session. May it be for group 1, getting to know, for group 2, collaboration, or for group 3, reflection. Second, you are given 10 minutes to brainstorm and another 5 minutes for presentation.
All right. So before I open, thank you so much for that, Sir Marjon. Before I assign you to your respective breakout rooms, let me clear this to you. By the way, the group breakout room number one will be the first presenter, will be the group one. Group two will be the collaboration, and group three for reflection. And aside from that, we will be having feedback because that is one of the tips I presented earlier. So group two will be giving feedback to group one, and group three will be giving their comments for group two, and group one will be giving their comments to group three. Is it clear? Do you have any questions before we proceed to our um, breakout room? And by the way, di ba I presented to you one of the considerations wherein keep groups mid-size, but wherein we need to consider as well the team members. But since there are only 3 areas, so um, let me share this to you na it will also really depends of the activity or the way or kabukaton of your activities. Especially there are some strategies man pod na there are think, pair, and share. We also have jigsaw strategy wherein, so depende ra gyapon siya sa activity. That is why, so please bear with the groupings since we have only 3 areas. If everything is clear already, can you click the raise hand button, please? All right. How about the others? Okay, thank you so much. Now I will be now assigning you to your breakout room. Happy brainstorming, everybody. So I will be giving you 10 minutes to do that for a while. So just give me time to open our breakout room. For a while lang ha. All right. And we have 10 minutes. And do not worry, I will be visiting each of the breakout rooms. Okay, and I will be opening now your respective breakout rooms. You may join now. Hello, Miss Jean. I cannot assign you to a breakout room, Miss, as well as Miss Rose.
Miss
Yes,
Jessa,
yes, sir. Ted.
uh, maybe their Google Meet is not updated. That's why you cannot send them to the breakout room.
Okay. Thank
Just
you for.
proceed with the activity.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Ted. Miss, are you using Kuan, Miss, your LSU account? Miss Jean?
Come again, miss?
Are you using your LSU account, Miss?
Yes, miss.
I don't know what happened, Miss. Kay, nakakuan ko sa gikuan ni Sir Ted. But, I encountered po ni ani nga mga problems. But it's alright, Miss Jean. Kaning, I will be asking you na lang to give feedback later, Miss.
Okay, miss. Ana.
Thank you, Miss
Anyway,
Jean.
naapog ko lain nga event pod nga
Ah,
gi-attenan pod, miss.
sige,
Sige,
Miss.
thank you.
Thank you, Miss.
Sila naman eh.
Right, let us just wait for the others to be back in our main hall. For a while, I guess. Wala pang iba. Alright, I guess we can now start with our talent showcasing. I guess our first group is very ready to present. Yes? Sir Marjan's group.
Go, Sir Marjon. Pakita na. Shine.
We'll start na, miss?
Yes. Yes,
Ah,
sir.
sige. Camera ready. Actors cue.
In 3, 2, 1. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat, mga aking mga minamahal na estudyante. Andito tayo ngayon sa ating pag-aaral sa MAPE 8. Pero bago muna natin buksan ang paksa sa araw na ito, ay maaari ko bang malaman muna kung sino-sino ang aking mga estudyante sa araw na ito. Kaya magbibigay ako ng link ng aplikasyon na ating gagamitin sa ating pag-alam ng kani-kanilang pangalan at sa loobin ng mga estudyante ko ngayon. Maaari ba?
Yes, sir.
Show your thumbs up kung maaari. Ayan. Na nagbigay na ako ng link sa ating group chat at sa chat box at nais kong inyong buksan ang link na iyon. Okay. Naririto na lahat sa link ang aking mga estudyante. So, hayaan niyo muna akong magpresenta ng tab.
Yes, sir. Are you still there? I guess Sir Marcus is encountering an unstable internet connection. Hello, sir. Are you still there? Okay, I guess.
Okay, na-flop ang show.
Yes, Mabrana, can you continue na lang?
Supposedly, Sir Marjo.
Okay.
Ano na si Sir Marjo?
Wala.
Okay.
Sorry. Hindi talaga natin kakaligtaan na mayroong mga kalisod. May mga pag-live. Ito. Let me just share my tab.
Go group 1.
Anong nakulbaan ko eh? Okay. Nakikita niyo na ba ang aking presentasyon?
Hindi pa, sir.
Nakikita niyo na.
You can see the link, sir. Ayan.
Ito. Okay, sa nakikita ko sa link na aking naibigay ay ang lahat ay
We could not see the link, sir.
Sir Margin is truly encountering.
Jump in minuto. Hello?
Yes, sir. Go on, sir.
Hello? Bakit? Yes, okay. So ang link ay sa chat box. Are you seeing a presentation? Okay, let me just again. Sorry for the inconvenience. Mababasa nyo sa presentasyon ang isang katanungan. Dito natin aalamin ang ating mga kaklase sa subject na ito. So ngayon, maaari na kayong sumagot gamit ang mga tools sa gilid ng aplikasyon sa 1 minuto lamang. Simulan. Now, habang kayo ay sumasagot sa katanungang nakikita niyo sa presentasyon, magtatawag ako ng isang estudyante upang magbigay ng kanyang saloobin o kanyang paliwanag kung bakit napili niya ang sagot na ito sa katanungan. Ang katanungan, by the way, ay ano ang kanta ng buhay mo ngayon? So may sagot na tayo dito. Don't stop believing. I'm your baby tonight. Wow, baby tonight. Numb little bug. Uy, parang nursery lullabies ito ah. Parang lullabies. Unwritten. Wow, sounds mysterious. Ako ang nagwagi. Wow, parang nagwagi ka ngayong araw na to ah. Pagdating ng panahon. Oh, my future goals. Now, habang binabasa ko ito, magtatawag ako ng kung sino ang sumagot ng I'm your baby tonight. Maaari bang gamitin ang mikropono upang may paliwanag kung bakit ito ang iyong kasagutan?
Yes,
Pero
sir.
bago yan, sabihin ang pangalan at magpaliwanag.
Glenna Takan, sir. I'm your baby tonight kasi in love na in love ako ngayon, sir.
Wow, in love na in love. Ang sagot ay galing kay Glenna. Ang sagot niya ay, I'm your baby tonight kasi masayang masaya at in love siya. So, ibig sabihin, si Glenna siguro ngayon ay isang taong mapagmahal at masayahin. Isang palakpak para kay Glenna. Now, again, another answer, ibang kasagutan naman. Sino ang sumagot ng beautiful? Beautiful.
Ako po, sir.
Okay. Si Ana, maaari
Yes
mo
po,
bang
sir.
sabihin sa amin kung bakit beautiful ang iyong kasagutan?
Um, um,
Banggitin mo na ang pangalan at ang kasagutan.
Annalyn Nazar po, Beautiful by Christina Aguilera. Because of the part of the lyrics is, you're beautiful no matter what we say. Some word can pin you down. Something like that, sir.
Wow.
It's just simply a
Words can...
encouragement, motivation of my end.
Alright. Maraming salamat sa iyong kasagutan, Annalyn. Ibig sabihin, si Annalyn ay naniniwala sa kanyang sarili. May matatag ang sarili at ayaw niyang magpadaig sa kung ano-ano mang sabi-sabi ng iba. Strong. Yan si Annalyn. Okay. Sa panghuling kasagutan, pwede ka bang magbigay sa akin ng paliwanag? Sumagot ng numb little bug. Banggitin ang pangalan at ang kasagutan.
Okay, magandang hapon po, sir. Ako si Maria Angelica Gomiter at ang kanta ng buhay ko ngayon ay Numb Little Bug. So, it may sound baby or children song, but it is, pero hindi po. Bagong kanta po ito at ang kantang ito ay tungkol sa yung survival. So even though that you are very tired, but you need to survive.
Alright, thank you Angelica. Lamang sabihin ay si Angelica ay isa ring matatag at matapang na bata. Maraming salamat sa inyong mga kasagutan. Alam ko na sa likod ng mga kantang ito ay maibibigay nyo na i-express ninyo ang inyong mga sarili at nais ko din malaman na sana ng mga estudyanteng ito ay alam nila sa kanilang kaloob-looban kung ano ang mga ibig sabihin ng mga kantang ito. Maraming salamat at yun lamang.
All right, thank you so much, sir. First group to get to know first breakout room. So I would like to ask the remaining groups to present your presentation as short as possible since we are running out of time. So breakout room number 2, you may now proceed. Sir Marjan, can you stop? All right. Yes, proceed, please. Breakout room number 2.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. Kaning sa amuang breakout room is kaning amo lang explain daan ang situation kay since we are only 5 in our group, so wala gyud may kanang wala lang biga one og kinsay teacher, ani na lang classmates lang mi tanan. We are in one group and we are assigned to collaboration. So we will start now. Hi Leonila.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Sir Jay.
Ano, sir, man? Classmate
Ay,
man.
classmate, di ay, good afternoon, classmate.
Are we in the same group, right? In the TLE activity given by Ma'am Branzuela?
Yes, classmate.
Me too, sir.
Oh,
Me too,
you,
sir.
oh, so we are five, right? Who was the last one? Sige, kauban ako, eh. Si Kevin. Kevin. Oh. Okay, so our teacher have already given us the roles that we have to partake in this activity, which is cooking escabeche. So today we will start assigning who will buy these ingredients in the market, and then what we will also divide our planning what to do in while we are doing the activity. So the ingredients are carrots, tomato sauce, and of course the fish. Uh, I think we should first consider our budget. We will buy na lang a kung sa English sa English barato gali
Cheaper.
cheaper fish a cheaper fish. So can I assign that to you, Leonila, and then we will just give our money to you, and we will budget it. Uh, Sige, you might kuan lang ask first the kaning the prices of these ingredients before we will buy so that we can start budgeting the money. And for Sir Isaw,
I
I
will
will
be the
assign
one
you.
to
Okay. Yes, yes, Nishi. What is your
I will be the
contribution?
one to buy the ingredients since our house is near in the market.
Okay, that's good. So I think I will assign na lang Leonila the kuan kaning the as our treasurer. She will be the one to collect the money. For Sir Jerick, we will search for another. You will be the one to search for variety of recipes for the scabici. Maybe there are. Okay. It is said in the rubrics that we will improvise the dish.
Okay, classmate.
Okay, so are we that? Asan to? Isa kakauban.
Si
Wala si Sir
Kevin,
Jerick.
classmate.
Ay, Kevin eh.
Ay, classmate, I need the money, ha? As
Okay.
one should. Okay, so we could buy everything na dayo, no problem na.
No problem, classmate. Okay, so uh, we should end this session today. We will go to our homes, and then Jerry, classmate, don't forget to ask first for the prices of the ingredients. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you so much, breakout room number two. The presentation clearly shows that providing different roles to the different members of the team. All right. Let us now continue. Good job, breakout room number two. Let us proceed to our last breakout room. Yes, can we proceed?
All right, so good afternoon, everyone. Okay, do you have any questions? All right, so I think no questions. Now I have here a question. How would you like to read? It's a bit otong kauban, Sir Amin. Miss I?
Yes,
Miss
miss.
I?
Yes, miss. Hello. Um,
Can you read? Okay.
yeah. Sorry, sorry about my dog, miss. How would you feel that you finished your task in preparing the chicken adobo on time? So I was really pleased with myself because Should I answer, Miss No?
Sorry po. I just asked for you to read it. So, Sir Allen, can you help me? This is supposed to be a Mentimeter, and then we are going to give you the code, right? So that you can
Yes,
provide your
it's
answers.
on the chat box already.
Oh, sorry. I did not read that. Okay, so class, now it's your time to answer. How would you feel that you finished your task in preparing the chicken adobo on time? So there is menti.com. There is a link for you to provide your answers. Kindly please provide your answer. So can you check with Sir Allen um, if they are answering our question? Can you present, Sir Allen? O ito bag po mo students. Okay.
Yes, me.
Alright. So they feel that they feel very happy. So aside from that, okay. So Sir Allen, I think it's your turn.
Okay, hearing all your thoughts about your feelings in finishing your task in cooking chicken adobo on time, I have here some reflective reflection, a quote that would make us realize the importance of time. No, I would just like to ask Don, Sir Don, can you read our quote?
Um, our quote for this afternoon, classmate, is time is an asset.
Yes, thank you. Sense of urgency helps turn desire into action. If you know time limits you, you take one step, even if it's the smallest thing you can do. Time is an asset. So, yes, as what you
Taas
feel,
naman right now.
as what you felt now when you finished cooking the chicken adobo on time, um, there would be a great result if we do things on time, if we do things smoothly because we planned ahead, because we knew that time is an asset. Thank you so much for joining in our class. Leave Jesus in our hearts forever. Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
All
That's
right.
it.
Wow, that was great. Thank you so much, breakout room number 3. Since we are running out of time, I would like to ask lang one participant here to give her takeaway for this session. Is Miss Jean still around? Before we proceed to our main call. Yes, Miss Jean. Right, I guess Miss Jean is attending other meetings, but it's all right. Let me ask na lang to sum it up. May I ask Sir Joed to give your takeaway for this session?
So collaboration is very important, not just for um, development as a group, but for individual development and individual growth. We won't be able to grow personally by our own. We need to have some assistance and also for the support of our fellow group members.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Joed, and thank you for your attendance this afternoon. Yes, Miss Jean, would you like to share one takeaway for this session, Miss Jean? Yes, Miss. All right. You may type your answer, Miss Jean. By the way, do not forget to be back to the main call because for the closing program. And I hope that you have learned something today. And all right, so the link is already given in our in-call messages. Thank you so much for that, Miss Jean. Yes, thank you so much for giving your comment. I hope that you enjoyed our session for this afternoon. See you all next time. Thank you so much. You may now go back to your our main call, our main session. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, Tin.
Nag-off na ka?
Wala pa, sir.